Hi everyone, it's Captain Steve, another video, and the topic of discussion today is about fate. The second question really is, does God know everything? Interesting discussion, everybody, and I'm going to do some conclusions here. It's really based on my experience back in 2010 when I had that NDE, and another, because I'm in a hospital, people tell me they're NDEs. A lot of stories are coming through. But there are some common denominators, and let me see if I can try to explain it. It really is quite unique and quite interesting. The question again is our life based on fate, or is our life based on free will, we choose? Or is it a combination of both? The thing that I'm going to try to explain to you, and from my experience, it wasn't directly, but it's something that went through my mind, the best way of putting it. God does know everything. He knows your future, and to be honest with you on that, there is no plan B. He knows, he decrees it, what your future is going to be. And he has a plan, and that's what it's going to be, but there is no plan B. He knows already what your future is going to be. There are two reasons that God created us. One is that relationship with him. That relationship is the number one thing between you and him, and you with him, and him with you. That is the one thing that you have for all of eternity, is that relationship with him. And it's constantly growing. It's constantly, you're gaining more information, gaining more insight about who you are in relation to God. But the question that has to be asked is that the other part of the reason he created us is to experience his knowledge. I mean everything, everybody. Everything you look at, everything that you experience, all that is his knowledge. Everything that we go through in a lifetime, all the experiences, all the things that we see, everything that is his knowledge. What God has provided us is really, maybe the best way to really kind of put it is to experience free will, true free will, to experience choice. And that's the thing, and you have to understand what he's doing. Obviously, God is in the highest level. We're at a much lower level. But what he's given us the opportunity is to experience the physical realm, but the other part of it is to experience choice, choosing. And that, and from our point of view, we do have free will. Even though he knows it all, but we're experiencing what the future will be. We're experiencing the choices we make in order to that future. There are levels. That's the best way to explain it. There are levels, and he's on the top level. We're at a lower level, and we're learning. We're experiencing, and the mere fact that we exist. The other fact is what is really intriguing to me at times when you look in the mirror. We're aware. And you say to yourself, it doesn't even go, you don't even make a statement, but I am. I am. We're aware. And we have the intellect to be aware. God has given us that's part of his knowledge. The knowledge is existent, to be aware of it, to choose, to make all the choices that we make, and we're steering ourselves. And what's interesting, some people describe our body as a vessel, as a vehicle, and we steer it by the choices we make. It's interesting. And the other thing in the discussion too is, what do we really look like? And when it's our time and we go back home, what happens to us? And the best way to describe it is based on my experience, and other people seem to be kind of backing this up. We're really kind of like a sphere. The sphere it's a sphere, but it's our conscious. It doesn't have physical form as you know it, and sometimes what happens when people, and I experienced this with patients at times, making the adjustment, evolving, and sometimes people, we call it their earth zone. It's earthbound, is that people just cannot make that adjustment. It takes a period of time to make that adjustment because they know we're going to lose the physical body. There is no body anymore. It's all done. That's what we look at. We're just like a sphere. And our sphere is just our conscious. The whole, it's all in there, everybody, and I've talked about this before, but when we're born into this life, we have to be a newborn. All the experience that we knew before we were born is temporarily rest. People, when they have the NDE, I didn't have that kind of, but sometimes when people are in a tunnel and in that darkness, it all starts looking familiar. It's interesting how it works, because, we've been there. That's how we created. We were created in the light with God. But anyway, it's a very interesting discussion. And it for us, we're experiencing the future. We're experiencing, free will. We're experiencing what we choose. But he knows it all. He knows the beginning, he knows the middle, and he knows the end. And as I said before in the beginning, there is no plan B. He knows your future and what he has planned. That's your future. Anyway, it is an interesting discussion, and it's just interesting, guys. I mean, it just amazes me how big this universe really is. Just how big and all the stuff that goes on. Anyway, I'm going to go and sign off. It's something that it was an interesting discussion, but I just wanted to share with all of you. Again, as always, I hope your day is going well. I appreciate your time, and I hope your day is going well. Until the next video, thanks again for watching this video. Appreciate it.